Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen excuse me guys, a very important concept a strategy. We take the analog input, we reverse it with the mapping, and the reversed value will be the analog output. Okay, so that in another word, for the proper input changing values, the reverse way of the output is we are getting. Okay, so that is why when we increase the input, the output was decreasing. Okay, LED brightness was going down, and when we decreasing the input, output was increasing. That means when we decreasing that whatever our variable resistor value, LED brightness was increasing. So opposite side it was working. Okay, so we saw by changing the map scenario, map final range, we can do it. Okay, so now I encourage you to think of other ways. Okay, without changing this 255 to 0, keeping it 0 and 255 in the map function, what else you can change and make the same thing happen, the reverse scenario happen. It is up to your thought and your own search and study. You can try it out. Okay, so we will keep it aside now, and I will since we have studied analog input, I will show you how you can work around with a particular sensor using your knowledge in the analog input, not analog output but only analog input. Sorry guys. So analog output is none other than you are giving an output to, let's say, an LED or some motor. Okay, so motor we will see later. For the moment we will do a small sensor work and see what happens. Okay, so let's talk about IR sensor. Okay, so IR sensor. Okay, so let's try to see how we can interface our Arduino with the IR sensor and do something. Okay, so we don't say IR sensor, we say IR sensor pair. Okay, and we will first we will get little bit introduced to the IR sensor. Then we will do the work or think about this IR sensor module. Okay, so IR sensor, let's say IR sensor pair module. Okay, I will tell the difference. Okay, first we will study about that, but when you are working, I encourage you to work with the module. Okay, module is none other than the same thing but a little more enhanced, so that you can work properly with the thing. Okay, that's all. So what is an IR sensor pair is, it will look like this. Okay, so these in this image you can see there's a black LED and white LED. Okay, in your if you see this, you will think like this. Okay, so sorry guys, so what is this black and white LED thing? Do we have any idea? Yes, let's see. What we can do is we can give power to this black one. Okay, let's not think like this. Okay, let's know these names. This black one is called transmitter. Okay, the white one is called receiver. Okay, or emitter. So transmitter and emitter are same. Okay, transmitter or emitter, this is receiver. So I will write the name. Black one is called transmitter or emitter. I am doing mistakes. White one is called receiver. So that is what it is called pair. Okay, together the transmitter and receiver are called pair, IR sensor pair. Okay, right. So now this black color thing, black color LED is none other than an LED. You can say an LED or transmitter. Transmitter mean what? Something that transmits something. Emitter mean also the same thing, a gadget that emits something. Okay, so what this LED does is, if you take a normal LED, it also is a transmitter, right? A normal LED is a transmitter. It is transmitting the normal light, emitting the normal light we can see. So red LED will emit the red light. Sorry guys, green LED will emit the green light, something like this. Likewise, this IR LED, so this is called IR LED, even though this transmitter, okay, in the IR sensor panel, this transmitter or emitter or this LED is none other than an IR LED. Okay, so you know another name. So this is an IR LED. in like I mean in unofficial terms we will call it an IR LED, but officially we will say transmitter emitter. So now you can think normal LEDs are, I mean if you are taking a red LED, it is emitting red light, green LED will emitting green light. Excuse me guys. So LEDs are emitting lights, but this transmitter in the IR sensor pair, this IR LED, okay, in other words, is emitting the IR lights or IR rays. So what is IR rays? It is infrared rays, okay. So that infrared rays is something you cannot see with the naked eye, okay. You know, a particular range of lights only you can see with your naked eyes, okay. Some, I mean, lights beyond that and lights lower than that you cannot see, okay, if I am correct, I think so, okay. Anyway, just think, don't get into the deeper things, just think this will emit IR lights. So if you are wondering what is IR or infrared, I ask you to study on these topics. What is infrared? Okay, you may remember your remote, okay. You can see in the what do you call this, front side of your remote, if I am correct, okay. There you can see there's a small LED, small kind of LED thing, okay. Sometimes you can see when you are pressing a switch it is getting on, okay. I don't know, IR LED can be now seen with naked eyes, but the rays cannot be seen with naked eyes, okay. IR rays you cannot see with naked eyes, forget about that. In the remote you can see there's an LED on. So how this remote is controlling your TV? Using the infrared waves. So the wave is going from your remote to your TV and controlling your channel, okay. That is why you are changing, that is how you are changing your channels, that is how you are changing the volume and all those things. So that is what infrared ray is about. Similarly, this is also kind of similar thing. This is an LED, this will emit infrared rays, okay. So if you still don't have any idea what infrared rays is, the better idea is hold the video here, go to the Google, have a look what is IR rays and come back here, okay. Then you will understand, okay, what I am talking about. This LED will emit infrared rays, okay. So when the power is given, this is an LED, this will give infrared rays as an output, okay. Okay, so that is what it is transmitting, or in other words, this LED will transmit, or this LED will emit infrared rays, okay. Okay, don't worry, you may not be able to see it, but it will emit, okay. So now we have this R. What is this? Receiver, okay. So receiver means what? Something that is receiving something, okay. So we will study about this in the next video, because this video has gone up to 8 minutes. So just follow me up in the next video. You will start fresh with this receiver, okay guys.